Hello, it's Rob from Tesla Owners US, and today we are looking if Tesla would open for money their supercharger network to everybody. Maybe that's a benefit for everybody, but maybe it's not a benefit for Tesla, and that's what we're going to find out.
Wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Okay, I have prepared something here, and sometimes I have to read from here. So the topic is money or moat. Moat is actually a protection, a wall in front of every competitor because they have a very well supercharger network. And there is that Inflation Reduction Act, what probably becomes law. And there's a lot of money for this, for Tesla, if they are fitting a certain standard. So what they could do, they could upgrade their stations like they did in Europe and just do another CCS connector to their chargers as well. They have that the CCS2 standard is that's in Europe with many of them. And there's also a CCS connector for the Tesla cars in Europe the same way. So you basically can plug in any CCS2 connector in Europe and plug in a Tesla or any other car. And I think in many countries, all stations are open. In some countries, special stations are open for that. And what we want to analyze, and I heard about an analyst from Goldman Sachs, and these are the guys who like to see them win, and he really like more to see when others fail, when other companies fail, like the Lehman Brothers did in 2007 or so. So these are the absolute greedy money guys. And one of the analysts said Tesla should open their supercharger network and get really cash from that. If someone else would charge there, they get open a network, they can charge more, and then they they get money, they get another revenue stream for that, can make even more money on that. Sure, that might bring the shares up for a while, but what comes after that? Yeah. So let's compare the biggest standards in the US. So we take CHAdeMO aside. It only runs to 45 to 50 kilowatt, and that's quite, I would take it that for an emergency. I still have a CHAdeMO adapter in my car, and I one time tried to use it, but it never worked out because of the charging station didn't work. And so that is a disadvantage for the standard charging station in the US because there are third parties, and third parties usually don't care as much as the company cares, like Tesla. And Tesla do care about their chargers. So let's compare them. So there's a website from the Department of Energy, and they are counting these chargers. So they do have 4,585 locations for CCS charging. And they have 9,043 ports. Basically, they have 2 ports per charging location. And you know, this is not the case with Tesla. Tesla has 6,003 charging stations in the United States, but they have 26,000 ports. So they have almost 3 times many ports. Now, it would be beneficial for other ones if all of these ports would become available also to charge at the Tesla station for a CCS charger, and then all of the other automobile manufacturer wouldn't have to worry about to build a network. The biggest network, Electrify America, that was built because of the penalty from Volkswagen. That was one of the biggest reasons why this network was built. So that's one of the deciding factors. So for me, when I look at Tesla chargers, and I'm charging with them since 10 years, I had one time a station fail on me. For a couple of minutes, the whole station was down. But within a very short time, they got this station up and running again. I think it was 2013, somewhere in California, where this station was down. But they were immediately up and kept the change station running. And then I had sometimes stations where I had to wait, longer because the charging time extended. Not everybody has a dedicated charger there. So because in the CCS charging stations you have a dedicated charger, but in these stations you don't have a dedicated charger. Most of the ports still in the US, they are shared. And yeah, at that time I had to wait a couple of times, but there was always reliable, because if you came to the Tesla station, you could always charge. So, and this network is really a reliable network. With other networks, they are not reliable. I drove a few times to third parties, and in most of the time, I could not charge. I think one time when I tested it, I could charge, and I went to other Chattanooga stations, I couldn't charge. And this is miserable. If you come to a station and you are at the end of your charge, and then you come to a station and you couldn't charge. So that's why my wife would not put up with this. So electric car or gas cars, she would not matter with driving gas cars, but for electric cars, it needs to be a Tesla station. And kind of, I agree for that. So Tesla opened their station in many countries in Europe, and they add another plug for that one. And you could do the same thing in the US as well. It will take a while probably to upgrade that, and they might happen that they get additional money for that. Now, I cannot tell you what you guys will do, but the Tesla Model S has the same style, the Model X has the same style like a long time. And now I think 2017 is when the first Model 3 came out. The Model Y has the same front. The style has not really, from the outside, has not much changed. For sure, technology has changed. There are upgrades in software and so on. But from the outside, that has not changed. That's what other car companies doing different. And they might do it better because everybody thinks it's a new car, but from the inside it's not. In the opposite way, everybody does not think that's a new car. From the inside with a Tesla, it is. And most of people don't understand that they become a new car. Or a very different car, even when the outside looks still the same. Now, what I would do, if the charging network opens, I probably would try other electric vehicles. For example, as a sedan, I would love to try the Lucid because it has a better technology, has 900 volt technology, upgrade technology from 400 to 900 volt, I think, or uprange functionality. It has a charger which is bidirectional. I can use it as a power wall as well. And when you look at that Wunderbox, what they have described, you can see it one time. It's really a very compressed and good technology, and the car looks stunning as well. It looks good. It's a smaller sedan. It's a more efficient sedan, what I think as well, compared to that. But it's also a smaller sedan. Now, what I would do with the Model X? Yes, I have a Model X on order, like you guys know, but if the charging network opens starting to the beginning of the new year, and Tesla said, we're going to open it for the US, you know what I might do? Because I'm sad that my order has already been postponed again. So I have it for half a year on order, now I got it postponed. Now it's going to be coming months later, now from January to April next year. It's still a wide span. I don't even know why they're giving us that wide span for that. I might consider to look at the BMW iX the M60, which actually was going to come with a new battery technology and more of a 700 miles range. And I need range because I'm pulling a trailer. And for that, I need range. And I also saw the Rivian as a truck. Really a solid truck, very well built. And if they are coming out with the 400 mile range Rivian, that gives me more range also to pull a trailer, whoever comes first. I might think about that to even buy a Rivian truck to pull a trailer for that. Yeah, that's the difference. So that is the biggest protection what they have against their competitors, that huge network. And they currently have 3 times more outlets as the CCS standard. So they could easily add it, a CCS plug, and they could get subsidized that. They could make money on the short term from that new law, and they could money on the short term by charging their new customers, not Tesla customers, more. And I don't even know how they want to do it with me. They have to identify the car, and then if it's not my car, my Tesla, then they have to upgrade and charge me more on the same network. I don't even know if that's legal or not, if they can charge more. Also, yeah, that is probably a higher income for short term, but the ultimate protection is then gone, and it might be gone forever. Then they could also change their cars to the J7072 or the CCS plug adapter. That doesn't make a difference anymore. So once they have to upgrade their network, they could change that to that, and that doesn't make a difference anymore. And the adapter anyway comes with every charger what they're giving out, or what they gave out the J7072, and now they could do that with anyone else there, and coming up with an adapter over there. So, yeah. So, for example, if you need a CCS adapter, you might get one from South Korea. There's some tricks where you get a CCS adapter from South Korea because they have this standard there as well. So you can order some over a little bit tricks to order someone from South Korea, ship it over here, and then use that CCS adapter, then charge your Tesla with a CCS adapter. That could be a possibility there. So as long as Tesla have their charging network and they have it well maintained, and I probably would stay with them, and because their network never let me down, and it's really a good network. Once they let in other customers, their competition, then their moat will be lost. Once customer going back to other vehicles, to other electric cars, and they find this is nice as well, then it gets very difficult to get these customers back to their customer base. And currently they can still write to their customers and say, hey, look, we have a new car, we have new this and so on. Why don't you come to us or buy a new car? But later they would not be able to do that once the customer is lost. Yeah. So I would be very careful if I do that. And that depends on how high the shares should become, how high the share should be. And that depends for sure about what is Elon's goal. The goal is depending from how high the shares should become, how high the shares should go. Then that might be the case that they're going to do that for the short term, just to kick up the shares to a much higher level. And I am a shareholder as well. So, yeah, that's the question. Would Tesla give up their last guard of the well-maintained network and open it for everybody? Then Tesla will have not the control of the market anymore, of their own customers, and the market becomes kind of unpredictable. They should really think about what their intentions are, because they could lose the market position, and when other companies catch up with them, the other companies would be happy to use the Tesla network and still then pump out cars. Yeah, that's all. And what are you thinking about it? And that's what I would like to know from you. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and write some comments. I'm interested to get your thoughts about should Tesla give up their protection and open the network for everybody or not. Bye-bye.